Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope that you all are doing really well. As you know by the title, today I'm gonna talk about how I've managed to reduce 15 kgs without any like gym or like proper hardcore exercise or dieting. Now the thumbnail of the video says without any exercise and without dieting. That is 100% true. It's not a clickbait video. Overall I've reduced about 15 kgs this year, and जब से lockdown start हुआ तब से I've reduced about 10 kgs. So I just wanted to share my experience, what I have been doing, and it can be helpful for some of you out there. For today's video we're gonna keep it very chatty, very chilled out. I'm sat here on my bed. I'm wearing my pajamas नीचे से, but ऊपर से I'm wearing a crisp white blouse. You can watch this video while eating, while driving. It's just gonna be very chit chat, and hopefully through this video I can provide all of the information that I have used. So yeah, if you want to know how I've lost about 15 kgs, then please keep on watching. Now before we get into like how I've reduced my weight and what I've done, what I've been eating, let me just give you a little backstory because वो बहुत important है. I want you all to know what was my body type when I was growing up, and I would put in pictures simultaneously. I have my iPad over here. I'm gonna pull out pictures and see pictures and talk about those pictures also. Ever since I was a kid, I was not really very skinny, but I was not even very heavy. I was just a very basic standard normal kid whilst growing up, and even during my school years I would put in pictures over here. This is how I used to look during the school years. However, I think so it's in our society, like Shimla mein girls are very skinny, okay, and this is how I looked during my school years, and still people around me told me that I'm fat. It's crazy, it's insane how our society thinks. I've always had issues with my weight because everybody around me told me that I am fat. And when I look at these pictures, I really feel sorry for myself that I listen to those people, because I look absolutely fine. Like, I mean, this is like super thin for me right now. I don't even want to go to this place. I want to be more curvy, but this is super skinny. So my weight around my school years was definitely between like 55 kg and stuff like that. I remember once we had this thing in school where you had to write your weight, okay, and you know how girls are about their weight, and my weight was, I want to say 52 or 54, something like that, and most of the girls in my class, their weight was about 45, 42, 46, and I still remember that feeling that I felt out of place and I almost lied about my weight. So that is something which just reflects a lot about our society. I really hope that it changes in the future, because we are in the process of changing, but honestly not a lot has happened. I hope that our future kids don't have to go through this, because I'm a firm believer that every body type is beautiful. What is really important is for you to be healthy, and my weight got to a point where I was just not healthy, and that is the reason why I decided to make like a major shift in my life. We'll get into that later. When I was in 12th standard, I'm gonna put in a picture over here in a sari, and I think so my body looked absolutely fine. Still I was very conscious about my stomach over here, but I decided to just let all the people talk, and I was like, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. So that is what I wore in my farewell. But moving on to college, when I was in college I participated in this clean and clear competition, and I did belly dancing, okay, and this is how I look like, and my weight over here was about 60 kgs. You can clearly see I'm not that skinny type chick. I do have fat around my arms and my stomach is not flat. As a normal individual, I feel this body type is absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine and normal, but because I was in this competition, and I won, and then you had to go to Bombay and people from all over India would come over there and you would compete. So like the people, when I won, they asked me to reduce my weight. When it comes to modeling, acting and stuff like that, people want you to be super skinny. That's just how it is, and people will straight up tell you that you need to reduce your weight. The light was not there for about an hour. Now I'm back at it, so I've lost my school of thought. But we were talking about my college days. During my college days, I looked absolutely normal. I didn't have the best of the body, but I looked fine. In my eyes, I looked absolutely fine. I'm gonna put some pictures over here of my college days. In 2013, I participated in a contest, not the Clean and Clear Fresh Face. That was in 2012. This was Miss North India, and iskili I actually reduced weight. I went from like, I want to say 62 kgs to about 58, 56, and I looked pretty damn good. Like, look at my jawline over here. It's insane, and it's so uncomfortable to see me itna patla. But this is how I looked like. This was during our trials for the finale, and I wore this dress. This was actually allotted to one of my friends, and I tried her dress, and it's just a bomb. Like, look how stunning this dress looks. Once this Miss North India got over, I started modeling. I did my portfolio. These are my portfolio pictures. My portfolio pictures are very embarrassing. I'm just gonna put them over here on the screen. But I was not very skinny. I was just average body kind of a chick. And then by fluke, literally by fluke, मैंने कोई मेहनत नहीं किया, by fluke I got into the Punjabi music industry, and yeah, I was around, I think so, when I got into doing music videos, like proper level pay, I think so I was about 62, 63, 64. I was about 63 to 65 kgs when I did all of my songs. So this is from my first song shoot. I look absolutely fine. Don't have the best of body, but I look fine, right? Initially, I was not very serious about it. Like, I'm in my final year of college. I'm just enjoying life. I have this extra income that's coming in from songs, but it was never my passion. Like, I was never passionate about doing songs, and I was never competitive. I never tried for anything. It just came my way. It was literally like that, one after the other. And when I started doing a lot of good songs, people started appreciating, and I was like, okay, let me just put in thoda sa mehnat in what I'm doing, because that is the least that I can do. So then I started working on my body. I joined the gym for the first time. This is back in 2014. This song over here that I did with Diljit was shot in September. This was after like 2-3 months of me gymming, and I looked pretty damn fine. But during the shoot, I still felt insecure regarding my body, because when you're in this industry, एक तो क्या होता है, कैमरे पे आप हमेशा से थोड़ा सा heavy लगते हो. Like, if I'm sitting over here, I will still look fine. But when it comes to like a music video or like videos like this, you have to be extra careful, because the camera will move in like all directions, so you tend to look a little bit more heavy. So you have to be very like, so let's say if you want to look like around 60 kgs on camera, you in real life you have to be about 58 kgs, 57 kgs, then you will look about to that. Though weight has nothing to do with it, it's just an example. So this is how I looked in my modeling days, and this was my last song that I did, and I was about 58 kgs. Then we went to Dubai, and I'm going to put some pictures over here. After I came back from Dubai, I gave in my final exams, and during that time I signed a Bollywood movie. So basically how it happened was, I was back here in Shimla. Shimla is very lucky for me this ways. I was back here in Shimla, and I got a call for a serial ZTV ka, and for the lead, and I was never really interested in doing serials. I still am not. So my mom and dad were like कि college भी खत्म हो रहा है, just give it a shot, तुझे phone पे record करके भेजना. So my brother recorded it, और मैंने शिमला से वो भेज दिया. They really liked it. They wanted to sign me for it, but I literally got out of it. Don't see myself doing serials. I don't see myself living a life where I am away from home, like in Bombay, and I cannot come back home that frequently, and I'm doing TV. It's really hectic, and I don't want to sign up for that life. So that happened, and luckily the agency that had my audition clip, they were about to produce this movie with Himesh, and they used that serial wala audition ka clip for my movie. So they sent me a contract, I spoke to my parents, I went over there, did my audition, came back the same day, and I was signed for that movie. It was going great, and then mid-year we shot like a first look sort of a thing for that movie, and after that, that movie never started, it never came out. I was under a contract कि जब तक first movie release नहीं होती है I cannot do anything else. So for me that time was very very tough, because I don't want to brag, but I was quite up in the Punjabi industry when it comes to songs and all. I had built a name for myself, and then suddenly I disappeared because I signed this movie, but now this movie is not starting and I cannot go back and do other things because I'm under a contract, right? So इस process में I think so this took about an year. The entire phase was so stressful, and I just started hogging. I don't think so I was that much of an emotional eater, but during that time I started eating like anything. Every day I was eating junk, and I was just feeling bad about myself, something like that. And my weight went up from 65 kgs to 78 kgs. And it's like, when I think about it, I'm like, क्या मुझे realize नहीं हुआ कि मेरा weight gain हो रहा है इतना? Maybe I did, but I just felt so helpless. I was not working out, I was just eating. That's about it. It was just a very, very difficult is not the correct word, but maybe I didn't have the right mindset during that time. So 1.5 years passed by like that, and then uske baad I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna waste my time like this. The movie thing, it's not happening. It's like I spoke to them, and I was just like, it was like the contract period any which ways had ended. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna give up, because one of the best qualities that I have is I don't give up. I will fail 100 times and I will still stand up and try again. That is, I think so, one of the best qualities that I've discovered about myself recently. So what happened was, iske baad I was like, you know what, koi baat nahi, 78 kgs hai, I'm gonna work hard, I'm gonna get back into the industry. I worked hard, reduced, came from about 78 to about 63-64 kgs, and I will pop in pictures of here. I look pretty damn good. But क्या होता है जब आप इतना ज़्यादा weight lose करते हो, and this time जब ये वाला patch मैंने reduce किया था weight का, I did so much of effort, so much of cardio, and खाने का भी बहुत ध्यान रखा था. It was just a lot of effort, and I came to this point, and then I was like, let me just try my luck down south in South Indian movies. So I went to Hyderabad. There was this look test that I went for. So I would pop in pictures over here. This is how I looked during the look test. From 78 to here, I looked pretty damn good. And South mein you don't have to be super, you have to be more curvy. Not fat, but you have to be more curvy down south than super skinny. So that happened. After this, I came back to Delhi, and they were like, they let me know in a month or two, okay? 2 महीने हो गए मुझे कोई कॉल नहीं आया है. So I called them back and I asked them कि, so what's the deal? I mean, I just feel you should just have the basic decency of letting a person know कि you're doing it or you're not doing it. Latkana is like the worst thing, okay? And people in the industry do that a lot. I spoke to the producer directly. I called him up and he was like, sir, what's the deal with the movie? Is it happening or is it not happening, so that I can move on with my life? He just said very bluntly that I have 3 movies ready to go on the floor, and the problem is that I want to do that movie with my girlfriend. So if you want to be my girlfriend, then maybe we can think about it and we can like do a movie. And I just said, sorry sir, mujhse ye nahi hoga, so thank you for your time, and I just disconnected the phone, and uske baad we never spoke. I don't remember it vividly now, but I think so at that point of time I was a little bit hurt, but I always knew the reality of the industry, so I was never that competitive and that cutthroat कि मुझे पहुंचना ही है for like movies and stuff like that. I was really happy doing what I'm getting, but I know there are certain things that I won't do, kind of thing. So then I remember this time mom came to Delhi and we were in the cab. I went to pick her up. We were in the cab, hum baithe hue the, and then she was like, what happened about that movie? And I just told her, person is just saying that, be my girlfriend and stuff like that. And my mom was really supportive. She was like, kya farak padta hai, aise 100 log aayenge but ek acha bhi hoga, keep going ye wo. But I think so for me, after this I started eating emotionally फिर से. After this movie thing and all of that, I started off my channel in January, and then you guys saw me over here. I always wanted to start it like 2 years prior to this, but I never really got around it because I was like, I don't have lights, I don't have a camera, I don't have a laptop. And how I started my YouTube channel is literally by borrowing a camera, taking the SD card to my neighbor, and then he used to transfer all of the footage to my iPad, and iPad पे edit करके. That is how I've spent like almost 1.5 year of my YouTube. There is no particular time. If you will wait कि जब सब कुछ होगा then I will start, you will probably never start. Anyways, I'm diverting. तो इस process में over on YouTube, even you would have seen कि when I started my channel, I was not very thin, but I was around maybe 65-68 kgs. Over the course of 3 years I went up to 85. Last year was really tough for me and I went up to 85 kgs last year. That is the picture that you see in my thumbnail, and lucky for me I always took pictures because I knew I will get this weight down. I think so when you gain so much of weight, it's very difficult for you to frame a mindset where you think कि ये कभी कम होगा, because 20 kgs, reducing 20 kgs, 25 kgs, it's just too much, and you just उसका thought से ही you give up. So for me, coming from 85 to about like 60, it was just impossible. Just want to put out 2 things over here. When you gain weight, like when I had to reduce weight, for an outsider it was very easy to just comment कि stop eating and start working out, you will reduce. But somebody who's built a very bad relationship with food, who goes to like unhealthy eating habits, every time that person feels low, it's very difficult for you to make a lifestyle change. That is what I want to put out over here. And secondly, जब आपको 25 kgs 30 kgs reduce करना होता है, it just seems impossible. Somebody who's thin can just say work out, man, it's so easy, weight loss, it can just happen like that. But somebody who's in this position, it's very tough. And I think so because I did modeling and all of that, people I knew in real life, they were just like, ew, isko kya ho gaya hai? You know, girls can be pretty mean. Even in my family, they were just like, ki bahut sehat bana di hai Vishakha. So I remember not meeting my family, not meeting my friends for about 1 year or 2, and it's just a very bad mindset. And then I just started working on the way I think about my body, and I started loving my body. But here's a catch. Every day people talk about self-love and accepting you the way you are, and it's absolutely fine, and I stand for it. But what I've realized is कि जितने भी लोग, if you'll see, including me, once a person reaches a stage where they are just like, I accept who I am, if you are more on the healthy side, you tend to gain more weight, and that is what I did. I accepted my body as it was, and I put on more weight. So I went from 79 78 to about 85 kgs during this thing. And I just think कि self love का मतलब is not accepting you the way you are. It is definitely accepting you the way you are, but उसके साथ it is also about working towards being the best version of yourself. I think so self-love for me now is working in a direction where I just am growing every day. So that for me is self-love, because you love yourself so much that you want to constantly improve. And having that shift of attitude where you're not picking on things ki, oh my god, that flab, it looks ugly. But it's about just looking at that trouble area and being like thankful for whatever you have, like the fact that you have legs to walk. Like, stop cribbing, and if you really are not happy with the way you look, then try to make small changes. So that was all the gyan and the history when it comes to my body type. Let's get on to the real thing, that how I reduced my weight. Ever since the lockdown started, I have reduced about 10 plus kgs, and that is only by following a combination of 2 or 3 things. First is having a routine. I was somebody who slept really late, woke up really late, like 12 in the afternoon. It was really bad. My eating habits were really bad. I think so ever since lockdown started, I have a routine now. Once you're sleeping on time, waking up at a particular point of time, your body just is more active. Once you're getting more sleep, everything just starts falling into place. So I think so having a routine really helped me. That was number 1. Number 2 tip, and I think so the most important tip, is eating when you are hungry. I'm gonna repeat it once again. Eating when you are hungry. This approach has made me lose 10 kgs by eating whatever I like, but eating when I'm hungry. How many of you are eating whilst you're watching something on TV, or like you're getting bored and you're eating? We all have this mindset, right? Bore ho rahe hai, kuch kha lete hain. Sad hai, kuch kha lete hain. Breakfast, lunch, dinner करना ही करना है. Even if you're not hungry, if you don't feel like eating dinner, but you will still have dinner. I think so ये approach जब मैंने shift की है, just eating when I'm hungry has just changed everything for me. You guys know I watch a lot of videos of Sadhguru, and he is also a firm believer in this. So my brother watched his video and he passed this information to me, and then I was like, yeah, it actually works. Now people call it intermittent fasting and stuff like that. I still don't do intermittent fasting because it's usually like 16 hours of like fasting and 8 hours of eating. You have this 8-hour window. I don't follow that. I eat. Lockdown में हमारी body को इतनी energy चाहिए ही नहीं, because all we're doing is we're at home. So like पूरे lockdown में I've had 2 meals a day, 2 proper full meals. उसमें I've even had paranthas, I've had dal chawal, and the only thing that I've eaten during this 10 kg weight loss thing is paranthas, dal chawal, roti, sabji, your standard thing. Sometimes if I felt like eating, let's say Maggi, तो मैंने Maggi भी खाई है, biscuits भी खाए हैं, केक कभी घर पे बना है वो भी खाया है, जूस, ऑरेंज जूस मैंने बहुत पिया है. बट दिस इज़ लाइक स्टैंडर्ड इंडियन खाना, मैंने वही खाया है. बट what I have done is I just eat when I'm hungry. तो कभी कभी ऐसा होगा I will have 3 meals a day because I'm hungry at night also, and I will have like full dal chawal at night. But there are days when I'm not feeling hungry at night, and I will just probably eat at 5 p.m. So there is no time. I just listen to my body now, and that has been the major reason why I have lost so much of weight. And the third thing that has also helped me is I've started walking. Because हम घर पे थे, and ever since lockdown में थोड़ा सा छूट मिली है, you can go out for walks and stuff like that. I started walking in the morning. It's not jogging, it's not running, it is just walking. Sorry about the noise, but it is just walking. मैंने walking start की है, and I walk for about 3 to 4 kilometers every day. It's not a lot. Walking has also added like fuel to my engine. So that is just a very simple approach that I followed for my weight loss. There is nothing fancy. Your body is very intelligent, you guys, and हम बहुत neglect कर लेते हैं अपनी body को. And we just eat because we're feeling like eating. But if you start listening to your body, it will tell you when it's hungry, and you eat when you're hungry. As simple as that. Now मेरा weight इस वक्त is around 70 kgs, 69-70 kgs. And मेरा goal weight is to reach about 58 to 60 kgs. I want to see, I am more focused on inches loss than weight loss, and reducing my fat percentage and maintaining a muscle. So around 60 I think so I would be very happy. 58 हो गया तो और क्या चाहिए. But I will see how my body looks. I still have like 12 kgs to go. I I'm so happy where I've reached with minimal efforts. Now I just want to put out one disclaimer at the end of the video that I have not starved myself over here. I eat proper meals. जैसे शाही पनीर बना होगा, I will take like पूरा rice जितना मुझे चाहिए. I will take paneer. If I want to have roti, I will have 2 to 3 rotis. So there is nothing जिसपे मैंने कम किया है. But I'm eating when I'm hungry. And अगर आप घर पे ही हो, I don't think so your body needs so much. If you eat, like my first meal sometimes is at about 11, but sometimes it's around 2. Yesterday I had 2 parathas 2 baje, and then sham ko raat ko I had. And I think so it's just about listening to your body. Your parents might not agree with you, but my parents, they've come to this point where they understand now. That is the only thing that I have done to reduce my weight. I am walking. So I walk about 3 to 4 kilometers, sometimes 5 kilometers in a day. And apart from that, I eat when I'm hungry, but I have given in to my cravings also. तो अगर जैसे मुझे मेरा मन कर रहा है मैगी खाने का, मैं खाऊंगी मैगी. It's not like I'm deprived of eating cheese. If I feel like having a bar of chocolate, I will have a chocolate, but I will not have it every day. But if अगर मन कर रहा है तो मैं खा लूँगी. अगर मेरा मन कर रहा है मैगी खाने का lunch पे, I'll have Maggie also. But it's all about moderation and eating when you're hungry, and this has completely changed my just the way my body functions and the way my mind functions. And yeah, I just wanted to share it with you all. I hope ye ek simple tip can help you reduce your weight if you are looking for a more healthy lifestyle. Yeah guys, that's how I've reduced about 10 to 15 kgs, and I will make a full-fledged video on once I reached my goal weight. I will make a video then also, but this is what I've been doing. No major exercising, just walking and eating when I'm hungry. So yeah guys, I really hope koi is video se benefit kare. I love you all very very much. Thank you for all your support, and I will see you next time. Bye guys, take care. Mwah.